Good morning. It's April 5th today, and we come to Deuteronomy chapter 28, which is one of my favorites. And I like to point out when I teach this in my classes that we have kind of the carrot and the stick here. Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 through 14, are the blessings for obedience. As if I know you can't maybe see it in the one-year Bible edition that we're using, but my regular Bible has a header before Deuteronomy 28 that says blessings for obedience. And the blessings only go from chapter 28, verse 1 through 14. And then the next header is curses for disobedience. And that's chapter 28, verse 15, all the way through 68. And so it kind of is a graphic reminder that the carrot, the incentive, the positive side of it is the smaller side of this. And it's talking about those blessings that will come with obedience. And the stick is the longer one, all the curses that will come for disobedience. It's like three times as long almost. And that's, I think, a visual reminder for us that we are often in a place where we can expect curses for our disobedience rather than blessings for our obedience. So God knows the character of those who are listening to this. And I think it's actually the grace of God that He lets us know in a lot of detail all of those things that are going to happen as a result of our sin in an attempt to help us to see that sin is irrational, that it's a really dumb thing to bring upon yourself all of these curses for disobedience, that enjoying the fruits of obedience is a much better choice for us, that should be a no-brainer for us. Unfortunately, what we're going to choose is often the reverse, the disobedience. In fact, that's going to be the record that goes forward from here. I often talk about Deuteronomy as being the measuring rod for all of Israel's history after this point, and they can look back and they can see how they are doing based on what the law says they should be doing, right? So it's the way that they kind of measure their success in following God, and unfortunately, what they're going to reap is a lot of destruction because of their sinfulness and stupidity. And that's the case for us too. We often have to hear the gory details of the consequences of our sin in order to perhaps scare us away from that, or at least look back and say, oh, well, I couldn't say that I didn't know what the consequences were going to be. I might not have realized it. I might not have put it into practice. I might have been lying to myself. Certainly Satan could be lying to me. The world could be lying to me about what the consequences are for sin. But God told me the truth, and I chose unwisely. So my advice to us is to follow God and His instruction to us to choose life and blessing rather than curse and destruction. Seems like a no-brainer, but unfortunately our brains often do the wrong thing. So, all right, that's it for today. Thanks.